Swapping lenses on your LR1 Payload is super easy. Remove the gimbal from the aircraft and put it on its pan motor. To adjust the balance, we're going to remove the lens and then loosen these thumb screws to slide the whole payload forward and aft. I'm swapping from the 24 to the 75mm. Make sure the lens is firmly in place and then remove the lens cap. When you do your balancing, you also want to make sure that you have an SD card in the camera so that everything's balanced. I'm going to loosen these thumb screws, one on either side, and then I'm going to adjust the camera backwards and forwards until it's balanced, doesn't want to tilt up or down. Then I'm going to tighten the thumb screws down and check that the gimbal has free range of motion. If you push the camera too far back, you can actually hit the back of the roll arm, and we don't want that. On the other side of the gimbal, you can see there's little markings of where the camera payload is at. So if you're swapping between two lenses pretty regularly, you can kind of see where they line up on the tick marks, and you can just adjust the gimbal to that position. You want to make sure that your thumb screws are really tight, because otherwise the gimbal will vibrate and you'll get shaky footage. Once your gimbal has a new lens and is balanced, we want to put it back on Astro. Turning on Astro, the gimbal should boot up. You may hear a slight buzzing noise, and that means that the gimbal has the previous tuning from the lens that we just swapped. It may take a few seconds before Astro sends new commands to the gimbal to stabilize with the new lens. If you're still seeing vibration from the gimbal, or you've added an additional camera or module on the side, you may need to auto-tune the gimbal. It's important to note while auto-tune is running that Astro should be still and that there should be plenty of ground clearance underneath the gimbal.